Welcome back to Good Day Stateline. We are beyond honored and excited to be a part of this year's 815 Makeover Movement with Annētta Michelle. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good, how are you?
Good. Now, we've done this together virtually and in person
Yes.
for 3 years now.
I know, can you believe it's already been 3 years?
I know, and this is going to be the biggest and best because we actually have everyone in the same room. So for and family. So
and I have barely any makeup on because I've already cried it off.
You're going to cry it off. Tell us, in case anyone's been missing out on this makeover movement, just tell us a little bit about the backstory.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so how it all started was me and a couple of my good friends in the beauty industry. We just wanted to give back to a deserving woman in our community, just with a day of pampering, makeup, hair, and then, you know, we go on about our way.
Yeah.
Well, we wanted to do a photo shoot for them, and so the videographer, she captured a little bit of video, and we shared it, and all it took was that one time of doing that, and it blew up, and now I guess it would be 5 years technically later, now it's this huge movement that has all of the community helping. So once a year now, I choose one deserving woman, and it's very hard because there are so many. But one deserving woman that me and the community just spoil rotten. I mean, we pamper them with everything from just inner and outer, gifts, I guess you could say. So there's everything from health and fitness to beauty to food to restaurants to dining to gym memberships to vacations to plane tickets.
Huge.
It's gotten huge. And I don't even think people really know how huge it's gotten because only the winner really knows, you know? And that's what this is about. It's just for someone that has gone through the unfathomable, you know? We just want to.
John is here.
Exactly.
He's just sitting here like he's not the winner.
He's not the winner.
But he is here for a really important reason.
Yes,
he helped you decide who to shine a light on this year.
Without even knowing that he did,
so
though.
tell us what happened.
Exactly. So John and I have been friends just through mutual friends for years and years and years. And I was just on Facebook, which I'm never on Facebook. Anyone that knows me knows I'm an Instagram girl. But I just happened to be on Facebook this random day. And I had seen a GoFundMe that he had shared, and I read the story, and I was so moved. And that's how the movement, that's why we don't call it any charity or anything like that, we call it a movement. But I was very moved, and I knew immediately that's who I wanted to be the winner. Immediately, there was just no other option. I felt that God had put that on my heart. Well, so just about 3 weeks ago, I would say, it wasn't even that long ago, and I had already known that she was my winner for quite some time. We ran into each other at Target, and we're just—
best place to run into somebody.
It is.
I mean, so we ran into each other at Target, and we're just catching up, and just about his life and my life and the babies and all that. And I was like, hey, also, I just wanted to thank you for sharing that GoFundMe because I have a movement called the 815 Makeover Movement. And he's like, yeah, I know. And I've seen that. And he's like, I was like, I chose the woman that you had shared for that GoFundMe. So thank you. And he would just kind of pause. He's like, that's my sister. And there the waterworks, you know, in the middle of Target. But it was just that confirmation that this is the woman who deserves this.
So John, tell us a little bit about your sister.
So basically everything started June of this year. On June 18th, my sister had taken my niece to immediate care. She wasn't feeling really well for maybe like 2 days. We just thought it was a cold. And from immediate care, within 5 minutes of being there, they had checked her blood oxygen level and ended up rushing her to the ER right away. And you know, just started working on her from there. It turns out that the thing that had been making her so sick was B-cell lymphoma and leukemia. She had cancer, and it was undetected. We had no idea. They worked on her here in Rockford for maybe 2 or 3 hours, and then they were able to stabilize her enough to get her airlifted to UW-Madison, and they worked on her until about 1 in the morning into Saturday. So it started June 18th, and it went into June 19th, Saturday morning, and her little body just couldn't handle it any longer, and she passed right there. So that was really, really tough, you know, to have the little peanut of the family just literally taken away from us with no indication or anything like that. It was just really tough for the whole family. And 7 weeks to the day after that, I was on vacation. I was out of state. Only been on vacation for 1 full day. And I get a call from my mom, and she was just hysterical, and she said, you know, something's happening with Ron. Ron is my brother-in-law, Kendallyn's father, who is my niece. And turns out that he ended up having a massive heart attack when he had gotten home from work on Saturday morning. I believe it was August 8th. My sister was doing CPR on him and was able to keep him stabilized until the medics had gotten there, and they had brought him to the same hospital as Kendallyn and you know, worked on him. And meanwhile, we were coming back in, you know, we were 7 hours away on vacation, and we came back in, you know, that same night, and unfortunately had to say our final goodbyes to him, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So she has a little guy, my nephew Trey. He just turned 7 in September. So he's, you know, doesn't have his sister and doesn't have his father any longer. So I'm, you know, just trying to cope with that day to day with the family.
I can totally see, you know, why immediately you saw the story and you were like, we have to have her, we have to do what we can, you know, for her.
Yeah.
And we actually have her here, so we're gonna
We do.
turn
And
the
she has
tears
no
into
idea.
like a little bit of a happy
She has no
surprise.
idea.
Producer Emily's bringing her in as we speak. Her name's Cyndi.
Cyndi.
She doesn't know why she's here, so hopefully she, you know, won't yell anything crazy. Hi, Cyndi. Come
Hi,
on in,
Cyndi.
take a seat.
This is my son Trey.
Hi, Trey.
You are handsome.
So
I
Annētta
have
has
all
something
boys.
really exciting to tell you.
So, hi, Cyndi. I'm Annētta.
Nice to
it's
meet
nice
you.
to
I'm
meet you.
Cyndi.
I am a makeup artist, a local makeup artist, and I started. Oh wow! I thought I would be able to get through this a little bit better. I started a movement a while ago when I became a makeup artist because there were so many deserving women that sat in my chair that were just heroes to me. Things that they had overcome, things that they deal with on a day-to-day, and just don't receive enough recognition. And I saw your story, and I was so moved by just your strength, and you're a hero to me. And so I wanted to gift you with being this year's 815 Makeover Movement winner. It's a movement that I started, and it's going to be me, some of my very good friends, and the entire community are going to spoil you and you. And you, mister.
I bet that's gonna be
Rotten. Because you guys are very strong. And to know what your mommy has to go through and know what you have to go through is not fair. And you're so strong that you've been able to get through it. And we want to show you how incredible you are by giving you so many gifts and so many experiences, and the whole community, everybody watching gets to send you stuff.
Wow.
So I hope you are ready for a whole year of just
What a time.
dining, pampering, spas.
I don't even know what to say.
You don't have to say anything.
That's okay.
You don't have to say anything at all. The only reason, and John and I have talked a lot about this, the only reason that we're doing this here is because we want the community to be able to be a part of this. And the only way for them to be a part of it is for them to know and to get to see you guys and to know who they're helping, just how special you both are. And so if we just can't wait, and if there's anything special that you're excited to have or something that you've always wanted to have, I can't wait to know, and we can tell all of our friends, and they can just bring you some much deserved joy, okay? Wow. Okay, buddy, does that sound good? I know it's a lot, yes.
We do have to go in just a sec, but
Yeah.
quick, tell everyone
Yeah.
who's watching how they can be
Yeah.
a part of it, how they can get in contact
Yes,
with you.
so I am going to post everything on AnnēttaMichelle.com.
Okay.
And also on my socials, which is on Facebook, Annētta Michelle, looks like Annetta, which is a long story, okay, it's for another time. Annētta Michelle on Facebook, and as well, Makeup by Annētta on Instagram.
Okay.
Everything will be there, and you guys can
Yes,
also
we'll have
share as
everything
well.
too.
Yep, and they can just send us the messages, and we'll put all the details there.
That is perfect. We'll,
Yep.
we'll let you guys all hug and stuff. because
Yes,
we gotta take a
so
quick
we're gonna
break.
talk more.
We'll be right back.
Thank you.